This is Gemara Basra, Zichru Simanim, Daf Kof Lamites, and when we spell out the Kof Lamites, we get a clot. So this is going to be the daf about a blood clot. As we see a picture that we're in Dr. Lev, a clot buster's office, a heart doctor, of course, that is telling the father who received a wedding hall bill, you better calm down. You better take care of yourself, or else your young children are going to unfortunately have a dead father, Abba Zatzal, who's going to have to be paying for their bills from his kever that the estate is going to pay. That just like the older siblings made a chasana from the father's money, the younger siblings will do the same after his petira. And of course, we have that chasana of the older siblings in which the chassan is very calm because he says, listen, I married this woman, I have a din of a yoresh, I have a din of a loikeach, and I am perfectly fine. However, they told their father that what's going to happen? The other children are going to have to go begging while the daughters get fed from the estate. So Kof Lamites, the blood clot, the father who just made a chasana which the husband's content, he's a yerush and a lekeach, but he's telling him, you better calm down, or your blood clot is going to kill you. And then the other children, they're going to make a chasana from your estate, just like you made for the children Bechayov. And the new couple says that, guess what? They're going to have to go begging. And that's the sugya of the chasim rub and the chasim muatim. So we go a little bit deeper, and we have sugya number one, which is younger siblings get married. The older siblings will receive the same funding. The older sons are not supported, and the younger sons are not fed. Why? Because that would mess up the estate. Rather, they divide it equally. If the older sons were married from the estate, Yesu Ketanim. The younger ones are married from the estate. And the Mishnah and the Gemara said, Kiderech, they're getting married the same way. That which the father gave, the young children are going to be able to get after his petira. But that's a stira. The Gemara explains one is when they were married after the father died from the estate, so then the younger sons will get the same, whereas the latter case where the father did a one-way b'chayav, that could be whatever he gave them was a gift. So that's point number one in Daf Kof Lamites in the blood clot. How do we deal with the subsequent marriage of the younger siblings? Point number two is that the wedding that he just made, the husband is both a yerush and a lokeach. Rav had a kasha, loves of achla, and then she got married. Her husband says, "Bal lokecha yerush have a milval peh cannot be collected from that which came from the borrower, but it does get from the Yarshim." The Gemara brings a raya, and this proves that the husband is a Yerush. There's another Mishnah which teaches that the husband, the land is not returned by Yovel, which shows that the husband is a Loikeach. Therefore, Rashi concludes that the husband is either a Yerush or Loikeach. The husband has whatever is better for him. And that's in this picture, the blood clot, father lying over there, doctor talking to him, the previous wedding that he just made. And point number three is that this last wedding, the husband said, he's the yerush lekeach. But what about everyone else? And this begins the 9th parak, Mishemes. This guy dies after the blood clot and leaves over sons and daughters. So depending if the chasim merubim, the daughters are supported, and the chasim muatim, then the daughters are fed and the banim have to be yishalu apasachim. The sons have to go begging. What's the chasim rum, the chasim muatim? The Gemara defines. So we conclude that daf kof lamites, we have a daf of blood clot. What's the blood clot after these chasanas that are made? And how do we deal? Number one, if the father were to die, what are the subsequent marriages? The younger children, are they fed? And is their chasana going to be in the same mannerism as the children when the father was alive? Is it only if the estate made the chasana, but the father not? Number two is that a husband, when he gets married, he has a din of a yerush lekeach, and he gets both mailas. And number three, as we begin the third parak, mishameis v'nech banim ubanais. If it's a chasim urobin, it's one din. If it's a chasim uatin, then the daughters are going to get fed, and the banim, the sons will have to go be begging for money. Daf kof lamites, the blood clot.